I just want to say one thing. To me, this is no joke. This is no game. This is the end of our world as we know it if this continues to go. $5 a gallon for gas. A lot of people can't even afford to drive to work anymore. Very shortly, there will be starvation. There will be nobody living in any houses. There will be just absolute devastation. What really upsets me is that we could have free energy right now, and the people that have a ton of money couldn't care less about the people living in the streets, have nothing to live on, are just making a big game out of this. Oh, we figured out tabletop experiment shows a new particle. I showed this 7 years ago, and we could still have free energy within, I would say, 90 days if somebody would pay attention to me. I'm really very, very upset about this. And you are going to die on the street with nothing if nothing happens soon. All right, this is the part that really upsets me. For 7 years, I've been showing that we can convert light into electricity by doing fission and fusion. I'll show you that in a second. And everybody in the physics world, to them this is just a game. They have plenty of money. They got enough money to go to school and party and have a good time, where other people are living in tents on the street, have no money to get to work, and soon will have no money to feed themselves. And this will be a rampant crime wave, destruction, devastation throughout our whole world. And after what Russia did, it's just an absolute house of cards. We are ready to collapse into the most terrible situation you could possibly imagine. And these kind of people here are the kind of people, all they care about is, oh, I figured this out, I did this. All I care about is getting some free energy and getting off this case. And I'll show you how we can do it. All right, this is what really upsets me the worst, is Fermilab has shown these particles. They're looking for them. If we can find them, we can create fusion, we can get free energy and all this stuff. This is Don Lincoln at Fermilab. This is 13 years ago. No, 10 years ago. Well, 9 years ago, something like that. 2013. These are the particles. We found them, and I showed them to Don Lincoln at Fermilab, and he's blocked me from interacting with them. So free energy? No, you're never going to see it. Okay, this is a major breakthrough on nuclear fusion energy. Watch the glow. So here we are, we have energy. All of a sudden we're going to force it to create enormous amounts of white particles. There it is. That's what they're calling their fusion. You see what it says here? UK-based Jet Laboratory smashed its own world record for the amount of energy it can extract by squeezing together two forms of hydrogen. They are crushing different hydrogens together and splitting off all this white energy. We're crushing photons together and doing more than that. Here's Don Lincoln's particles. The fixed particle and the point particle. The fixed point particle. This is a photon of light. We accelerated it and put it through a Venturi, which forced it to create the same kind of energy that I just showed you. We created fission here and fusion here. We should be able to power the world with this, and this is portable. This doesn't have to be tagged down to some big giant ring over in CERN. This is their claim to fame. They produced 59 megajoules of energy, and it lasted a whole 5 seconds. We can do this all day long. This is it right here. We took light, just a standard pulse red laser, we put it through the Venturi, it created fission and then fusion. These are the Higgs fields. These are the actual photons, and it shows the exact same particles Don Lincoln is talking about. Now, why I can't be involved in this, or why they can't do this, is just pure lust for status. All they want to do is be the one that figured it out, and they couldn't care less if the whole country goes in the toilet. That's what's happening right now. The country is going to crash because they won't. I've been denied to be able to speak about this. Don Lincoln sent me an email and said, "Don't ever contact us again. We won't do anything for this whatsoever. We don't want to ever hear from you again." All right, here's the issue. I can send pulse red laser through a Venturi and create this kind of energy. Fission and fusion is exactly what they need to power our world with electricity for free. And all we have to do is put in a harvester right in this collection point right there. Before it turns back into the particles, which it does there, those are called Higgs fields. Before the Higgs start to reappear, we pull that power in, and we can use it to create free electricity, absolutely free. You carry them around in a little handbag. If you think things are bad now, you wait another couple of months. If gas just hit $5 a gallon, people are having a hard time feeding themselves. They can't get to work. They have no place to live. There's no food. And it will get worse and worse and worse because there is no power. This is where we can get power for free, and I mean within 90 days we should be able to be driving our cars using this technology that we discovered, fission and fusion, using something just as simple as this you could carry around in your hand. Take it out in the woods and plug your cabin into it, anything you want. Fight fires in the woods. Cars would run for free, they'd never have to stop. You can scale this up, and boats and airplanes and anything you want. Never have to pull another drop of oil out of the ground. This is the issue. Everybody's just got to be the one that found it. Well, we already discovered it 7 years ago, so you're past being able to say that you discovered it. We discovered it. And this is a physicist discover elusive new particle through tabletop experiments. This was just June 8th of 2022. We would be driving for free now if they'd have paid any attention whatsoever. And they never will because they don't get credit for it. And all they're considered, they couldn't care less about anything other than the credit that they get and money. Because they already have money, so they don't care about you having no money. And that's the way it's going to end up, and it's going to be a terrible, terrible, terrible end of this earth, and it's coming very, very soon. You'll see hordes of people roaming, trying to find food, trying to find energy, trying to make some life for themselves, and it will be the most disastrous life that you could ever possibly imagine. You think things are bad now? You have no idea.